This is a part 6 of banking project. So it's a VB.NET project. In today's video, let us understand how to create a deposit form, how to get the current date and how to format it, and also again we look at the group functions. So these are the three important things we need to do today. Deposit form, get date, how to get the current date, and we also need to format, otherwise a lot of errors will occur. How to solve the error and what is the format method, that is very important. And for a new transaction number, how to generate the new transaction number. For all this, SQL is again very important. So SQL is a structured query language. It is a common language for all the RDBMS. So any RDBMS language you use, for example Microsoft SQL Server, the one which you are using now, or MySQL or Oracle, everywhere you will use the same SQL. So these are the average functions, average, count, max, minimum, sum are the group functions. Now if you consider this table, salary table, so now we are talking about the transaction table where we need to generate the new number. For example, this is the employee ID, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, next one is 6. How to generate the 6? Fine. So if we already know, like in the last video we discussed about it. So what you have to write? So you have to write select. So max, okay, the max will give the last number. So max of, so here is the employee ID, so I'll just take EMP ID. Then you see it will return 5 plus 1 you have to take, plus 1 from salary table. So this is the salary table, therefore you can take as a salary table. So in our project, so column name is transaction number. So here is the transaction number, so therefore this is a transaction number plus 1 from transaction table. So therefore you can write select. So this is the thing actually. And also one more important things we need to discuss about the date format. So here, so date we are supposed to take dd slash m. So 3m indicates the month name. So otherwise 2m's also you can use, but date and month it's always interchangeable, so therefore it will give you a lot of problem, because in US so dd is used, whereas we use dd. So sometimes the month will go as a date, date will go as a month, so a lot of problems will occur. So always better to use the MMM is Jan, so let's in the characters. Then year, so YYYY. So this is the date format we are supposed to use. Then you can avoid lot of errors if you use the date format. I'll show you like how to write this when you're writing the code. So which you can download this project from iblix.com/download. Even other projects are available, please check it out once. So if you're not yet subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. And also if you like the video, click like button, and you please share this video with your friends and relatives who are doing computer science course. Fine. So this is a Visual Studio. You can see that all these forms are already created. Now today we need to create the deposit form. So just go to project, add forms, and here you can say deposit form. Now deposit form is created. So again you can change the properties here. So one is a background color, what background color we want. Next is font. So then we can make 12. So in the next video I'll show you like how you can copy and then you can use the same deposit form for withdrawal also. So instead of creating a new one, we just whatever the old form, so we can rename it and we can always use them. I'll show you like in the next video how we can do that. So therefore we don't need to do all these things, copy, paste, all this can be avoided. Okay, so you can go to MDA parent and deposit. So again it's a deposit form dot. So this is the Windows state. So that is equal to 2. This is deposit form dot MDA parent. Sorry. So that is equal to me. Then you can have deposit form dot show. So you need to show that form. Done. So let me close this. Now we have account form here. So what are the columns you required? So if you go to transaction table, transaction number, transaction date, account number, deposit, withdraw. Okay, so we required almost everything, so therefore you just copy everything, Ctrl C, then go to deposit form, we can paste it here. See that everything is get pasted. Now account type is not required for us, we can take it out this, right, to save this. Now let's add this. So this is the account number, let's say account number, so you can type the account number here. So name I'll retain, because when you type the account number, so we're supposed to get the name here. Next, deposit amount. So now I'll just make it as a multi-line, I'll remove this. Now this is the amount. Let's say it's amount. Fine. So we can put one more column as a details. Anything related to that you want to write, so we can write in the details now. Okay, so this email is not required, I will take it out. Okay, so you required one more number, transaction number. Take little down, so let it be there here. So this is the transaction number. So I'll reduce this width. Anyway, we're not entering data to this, so therefore what we can do is we can disable this. So there is an enable property, enabled is equal to false, and here also we are not changing this, this is also false. Now this is a text box 1, this is text box 5. You have to be careful when you are inserting the data. Okay, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. So now here say that in our table we don't have the details table, so therefore we need to add one more table. So open definition. So this will take a little long time, so therefore better to generate the SQL statement. So details. So this is varchar of 50. Cancel this. You have to update it first. Update database. Yeah. So done. So now we can see that we'll have one more column. So details. So the data has to go to details. So text box 4. Now let's click new. Okay, so then save, close. Now whatever is already written here, we can always copy and then paste it here. So this is connection string. Copy the import statement. So that import statement has to come in the top. Now this is not required load event, okay, leave that one. So this is required. So this is to save the record. So save, this is button 1. So if you give the button names, that will be easier, okay. So next time I'll show you how to give the name for each button. Okay, so this is new button. So next one, close that. Okay, so this is wrong. This is 3 and close me.close. Now we need to rectify the problem. So where all changes is required, let me make the changes. So now this is the transaction table and transaction number. So therefore it's supposed to be a transaction number plus 1 from transaction table. Transaction table. So now you can see that select max of transaction number. So this is a transaction number plus transaction table plus 1 to increment this. So again this code will do the same, but now this text box is different, so therefore you need to use the text box 5 here. Text box 5. Okay, so instead of 5 you can change to 1 here. So when you have multiple text boxes, if they are not in order, you need to take a lot of care, so otherwise lot of errors will occur. So now this go to text box 5 and this is text box 1, so therefore the cursor should come to text box 1. That is done. Now insert into transaction table. So this is transaction table, and first one is the text box 5 because there is where the number. Now that is very important, transaction date. So for transaction date you have to take the current date. So for that you have to use date dot today, then you have to use dot toString and use the format dd/mmm/yyyy. Okay, so date dot today dot toString mmm. So this is into this will bring into this particular format. That date will go to the table. This is the transaction date. So next one, account number in the text box 1, and this is a number, so therefore you don't require a single quotes on both the sides, you need to take it out. Next one is deposit amount. So for deposit also you don't require a single quote on both the sides, so you need to take it out. This is the text box 3, so check this is the text box 3, fine, so matching with that. So next one, withdraw, we are not withdrawing any money here, therefore you have to put 0. So withdraw column, so we are not inserting through the text boxes because we are very sure we are inserting the 0, so the withdraw is 0. Then the details, so therefore details will be 5. Okay, so let's 5 is already there, so you can delete this. So this is how we need to match the columns. So text box 5, that is the transaction number, date, that is the transaction date, text box 1, that is account number, text box 3, that is the deposit amount. So this is 0 for withdraw because when you are depositing we are not withdrawing any money, therefore it is 0. The next one is details, so this is 5. Now all set, so I just go to this design. So here you can see that design, everything is ready, then close. Okay, now let's run this. Go to deposit, click new, so therefore new number is come automatically. So let's give the account number. So now when I click here, the name has to come here. So now what to write? So what you have to do is you have to select this text box, and if you go to events, there is a last focus event. Last focus. Okay, so instead of last focus you can say the leave. When the cursor goes out of this, there is a leave. So this is the event. Okay, this is a leave event. You can see that still now we are trying with the click event only, but then we discussed about the load event. Now this is the leave event. When you leave, we need to select the name. So I need to select the name, so you require a select statement. Therefore I just copy the select statement here. So now you have to say select so it is the AC name, so account name or the account holder name from the account table. So where is compulsory, because for which account it is, where account number is equal to and text box 1 dot text, what are the values there in the text box 1. Okay, so because this is a number, in the right side if you don't write anything, that is also is okay. Otherwise you say double quote and then double quotes, because this double quotes ampersand, there is nothing here, even you don't write this, will do the job. Right, when you read this, the name has to come in the second one, so therefore this is not required because this is not a number. So dr1 of 0. Now what other name is there, it should come to the text box 2. Let's run deposit. Okay, so incorrect syntax here. Okay, so when when cursor is in the text box 1, so it will go out, and here you can see that it is empty. Because of that, this error is coming. So now what we can do is we write one condition: if text box 1 dot text is equal to empty, then we write exit sub. Then exit sub. We don't execute this. Okay. So we take the cursor up. It's okay. You can do the debugging. So not 2 equal, 1 equal only. So now if you run it again from this point, so this is okay. Now it will do the job. Now you can see the connection dot open. So it's already open. So because there is an error here previously, because of that. Now how to solve this error? This error can be solved again. Write the if condition. If connection dot state is equal to connection state dot open, then connection dot close. Fine. So what you do is, so this will check whether this connection is already open or not. So if it is already open, it should close that one. Right. Now if I run this, it will close the connection and it will open it again. So new. Now you need to write the account number 1001. Now click here, you can see that name will come over here. Then you write the amount, how much amount it is. So received cash, that is 500 into 50. Save, record saved successfully. That means everything goes well. Now check here in the table, transaction table, show table data. See that withdraw is 0. Details, you can see that there's something wrong here. Transaction number is correct, account number is correct. So details, so again mistake is done here. So insert, so here is text box 5. So it's a 4 actually. 5 is this one. So this is 4. Therefore you need to set to 4. So save all, so run it again. So deposit, new, again you can take 1002. So Chandan, 1000, details. This is 500 into 2 cash. Save, done. Now check the details. So show table data. So refresh this. So now you can see that details will come here. So this is how we can insert the data to the deposit table or transaction table. Hope you understand this. So please try all these things. So when you're watching, please write down this and then you can try. That is also best method. Okay, thank you.